We'd like to thank Montecito Bank and Trust for their generous support in making Scam Squad possible. I'm Patty Teal.
And I'm Deputy District Attorney Vicki Johnson. Scam Squad is up next.
Sound off.
1, 2.
Sound off.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Scam Squad.
Welcome to Scam Squad. I'm here as usual with Deputy District Attorney Vicki Johnson, who always keeps us apprised of the latest scams in the Santa Barbara area. And we have a wonderful guest with us today. They are sponsors of Scam Squad. And Vicki, I'll let you do the honors.
Hi, Patty. And yes, we're really happy to have with us today Doris Roof, who is the Senior Fraud Specialist at Montecito Bank and Trust. And it's always good to talk to our fraud specialists at the bank because they really are the boots on the ground, so to speak. And they are often the first to learn about the current scams operating in our community. And Doris is bringing us a very interesting and important scam to talk about today. So welcome, Doris.
Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So what have you got for us?
Well, I would just like to put out a reminder to everyone that this is perfect timing, and maybe we should have even brought it up sooner than today because of the way the real estate market is in our current environment and has been for like the past year. What has been happening is the real estate fraud. And it's pretty straightforward. It's usually someone has been hacked either via their email, and within the emails, they've determined that, oh, you're doing some kind of real estate dealings. And what they'll then do is swoop right in and they'll say, hey, we're ready to go ahead and close escrow, or to continue the escrow, we need for you to go ahead and wire X number of dollars to the company. Now, a lot of the escrows are down to, 14 days, even 10 days. And so they know that you're being pressured and having some of that stress and anxiety during that whole process. So they're going to work on that and say, hey, we need that money by end of business day today. Send your 150,000 or 200,000. It's usually always large amounts. And of course, once it's sent via wire, it's pretty much gone. And the banks can try to recover it, but the scammers also know that the banks will try to recover. And so they'll try to get that money out of there as quickly as possible. So the odds are against you of not receiving that money back in any shape or form. So just wanted to put that out there, that what you would want to do when you do get an email like that, not only deal with your agent that you're working with, because yes, they may know, but maybe they're not communicating that moment with the escrow company. You really should be contacting the escrow company along with your agent to verify that, the wire instructions were requested and to the money to be sent. So whenever you receive an email, you just want to verify. And you don't verify by the phone number that's within the email. You actually go to your paperwork that you've been given with your real estate agent and the escrow company, because they give you a big stack of papers, but use the phone numbers listed within your paperwork. And then contact the agent and the escrow company to verify that it's legitimate.
Well, that's pretty scary, given the amounts of money that are always involved these days in real estate transactions. I mean, somebody could lose their nest egg completely.
Yeah, lose the house.
Yeah,
lose the nest egg. It's your homeowner, a lot of things, or your own home could be in escrow, and now you don't have the money to go to the new place, and it snowballs quickly. So
it's just scary and shocking, and I'm glad that you brought it up. And it seems amazing that they're trying to close escrow so quickly these days.
Yes, yeah.
Because there is so much that has to be done and so much paperwork that has to be gone through that you can see how the scammers are taking full advantage of this to jump in,
Right.
take
And-
advantage of this immediacy.
Right. And now there's even more pressure because everybody is aware that the Fed is going to be raising the rates here. So now everybody is starting to scramble with the inventory being low, at least here out in this area, California. You know, you just scramble even more and with the stress of it. So
Yeah.
just stop and think and, you know, do your due diligence and make the phone call. So
But Doris, these are really professional crooks, aren't they? I mean, how
yeah.
do they target this person who is in the process of buying a house? How do they just hear through the grapevine that the house is sold and they know how to put together professional looking emails? Any idea who these crooks are?
You know, I don't really have the exact details, but I would guess that they are targeting real estate companies possibly that aren't as secure in their emails. You know, maybe smaller companies. I'm nothing against a small real estate company because they're very professional and a majority of them are, you know, secure. But, you know, I'm sure they're going out there looking for sites that aren't as secure, and they come right in and see what the dealings are. And, you know, or sometimes, I hate to say it, sometimes smaller escrow companies may have had their emails hacked. Now they've got a whole list of escrow that are in progress. And so they'll go out and start targeting. And yes, it's very professional. Once in a while, you'll see the typos. That's kind of a clue, but not always. They've gotten better. I think they're starting to realize that's what people look for, are the typos. So I don't want to say that's like the perfect clue, but it sometimes does happen that way. But yeah, it could be they're just going in and targeting, or it could be somebody inside. I hate to say that. There's so
we just
many
don't know.
ways. There's so many ways.
Right. You just hope sometimes they can catch up with these folks, but I know that they swoop in, they get out, and they're gone. And the money is gone too. So I have definitely heard of people that have been victimized this way, and it's so sad.
There is a tracking system behind all of that, and quite often they will track down and find out the source and where it's coming from. And it just helps law enforcement and other agencies to find out where all of it is coming from. It could be from one or two sources, or, you know, or multiple sources. But yeah, you do want to go ahead and fill out your ID theft to protect yourself, and then also do some of the reporting so that they can start tracking, because it all does go into a big database, and they start trying to see where it's all coming from.
Well, I'm assuming that time is of the essence. The faster we get that information in there, the better. And it's good to know that they are trying to track these scammers and are hopefully meeting with some success.
They are successful in locating the source of some of them. So,
good. That is good news. So let me ask you this. Are they usually posing as one of the escrow agents when they send out these emails? Is that the norm, would you say?
Yes, they're posing as the escrow company, and you know, they may already have your agent's name, because usually it's coming from one particular agent, you know, somebody at that escrow company that is working on your escrow. If the emails have been hacked on the title company, the escrow company, they have that information. So that's who they'll perpetrate to be. Or they'll say, hey, you know, Doris isn't in the office this week, she's asked me to take over. I can see that happening also.
Sure.
So and that's why I don't care if it's from your agent that you're dealing with, or somebody saying that your agent's on vacation. You want to call and verify that the wire instructions were coming from them and to be sent to the bank that they're asking.
Very, very good information and good advice on ways that we can protect ourselves from this.
Did you give your fraud hotline number, Vicki?
I will. It's area code 805-568-2442. And again, 805-568-2442. 2442.
Well, thank you so very much, Vicki, and thank you so very much, Doris. We really appreciate Montecito Bank and Trust, and we all appreciate Deputy District Attorney Vicki Johnson. So have a good week, everybody, and be sure to tune in next time.
Thank you,
Thank
Patty.
you.
Thank you.